Good afternoon, YouTubers, stock Twitters. This is Bagadon, Stock Market Caddy. We had a request from a couple of folks to email. I don't know if they're going to be able to patch in today. They asked us to if we could give them a spot view in the middle of the day, just kind of arbitrarily here, and we're happy to do that. We just saw those emails come across, so we're just going to punch that up, and let me get us squared away. We'll read. Oops. Let's try that again. Huh. Kind of weird. Didn't want to go out. We'll try that again. If you, okay, looks like we already sent it. Have any questions about what it is you're seeing, about what it is we're doing on YouTube? Don't hesitate to use the chat function. Today is just to benchmark this. It's Friday, July 22nd at about 12:15, and this is Stock Market Caddy. And let me put up, if you guys don't mind, a little banner up here so that folks know what this is. Stockmarketcaddie.com. We hope you have had a great week, and we have. It's really been trading nirvana, not all kinds of markets. Getting a lot of volatility up and down, which is a trader's nirvana. And oops. But we will be catching up with our work going into the weekend, and we'll be monitoring the chat function. So if you have any questions, feel free. And we can also take a look when other folks stop by. We will be more than happy to take a look at Swing Machine fully on all the other markets as well. This particular view that you have here, that we have strategies, or a strategy that is in development that we call SMC Mod K for short. And that strategy is running on 5 different markets. And that strategy started at 8 a.m. and will finish at 3, if not sooner. And it has a trade counter, so it will only trade so many times. In fact, we cannot trade more than 17 times. And that was, how did we determine how many times we should trade? That was determined by a back test. So the back test is actually telling us how many trades that we should be trading on any particular market. And so starting out, it started out pretty well. We're up $300-400. Then we had a little drawdown. So realize today we're down $392.80, which is what you see. And in the live positions, we're up about 1,070. So net, we're up about $700 or so, thereabouts. But there's been no scalping on my part, no decision to put in, no decision. And the only decision I made was well, actually the computer was on, so I didn't make any decisions. Pretty easy day. Yesterday, this particular program, what we will do is we are taping it or digitizing it. And at the very end of the day, we'll compress these several hours of trading to just a minute or two, compress it so you can see it. And then we will also capture on video which is what we did yesterday. If you go to YouTube, you can see this. And we'll capture the trading details so you can get to see just how many trades there were, what the profit factor was, and some other data as well, which is what we're constantly doing all the time, every day, no matter how we're trading. We're always looking at the data. I did hear from a couple of folks the other day. They're very nice gentlemen, and they talked about how they hate to discretionary trade. I understand that a little bit, but I also I get a little concerned when I hear that, hate to. In order to be a robotic trader, a mechanical trader, you do need to have good discretionary trading. You do need to have that. So if you don't have it, there's no jumping the shark. Right. There's no like, oh, I hate being a discretionary trader, and then therefore I'm going to be a robotic trader because, you do need to have good discretionary skills. I understand not wanting to do it day in and day out because it can get old pretty fast. But if you had to do it, you need to be able to do it. It'll help you be a more robotic trader. So there's no jumping the shark here, and we can help a person become a better and better, hopefully, discretionary trader, and in so doing, a more mechanical, more robotic trader as well. But if you're out there searching on the internet for the proverbial holy grail, that is, some program that you're going to just plug in and you're not going to have any trading experience and no ability to discretionary trade, and it's just going to automatically print you money, that's probably slim and none. It's probably not going to happen. You might be looking for something that doesn't exist. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's golfing, fishing, whatever it is, quilting, you know, any hobby, any sport. Yes, the equipment can be important, and the tools around that, even carpentry, but you do need to work at the base level and learn good fundamentals and develop that skill and hone that skill. So, any case, enjoy. If you have any questions, let us know. And this strategy, it's now 12:21, will automatically turn off. I'm not sure that we'll still be broadcasting on YouTube. For our members who are watching, when we're on YouTube, we will put this up so they know we respect their privacy. When we're not on YouTube, that comes down. So enjoy. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Bagadon. It is Friday afternoon, pushing about 1 o'clock, and we're running a particular strategy on 5 markets. The most it can trade, 5 markets may sound like a lot. It is a lot if you were trying to do this manually. The machine is doing this, been doing this from 8 this morning till 3 this afternoon. Cannot trade more than 17 times. It's programmed. That machine helped us determine that based on the history of the last several weeks. But let's just take a moment, and we've been recording this video live. We're gonna just pause it for a moment. I'm gonna take you to the swing machine plus and see what the other markets are doing right now at the top of the hour. Bear with us. Okay, here's Swing Machine. I'm sorry, we got this writing here. That's from the earlier, that's on Zoom. Let's just take a look at what's going on. We look at the 5-minute Swing Machine, and at 11:10, it went short the ES at 3993.25. And if you were hanging out to get to 4100 with Guy Adami at the Contrarian News Bubble Channel, good luck with that. You'll be down about $1,000. We'll be up over $1,000. Don't listen to those fools. Don't listen to them about anything. Well, we don't pontificate. I try not to about much of anything. We're just trading what is. The NQ at 10:10 this morning goes short at 12,559, and it is up one mini $2,200, micro 220. The YM went short at 1125. That's up 230. The Russell went short at 955. It's all today, up 535. Gold went long at 4 a.m. this morning. You're up 1300. Oil, you're long at 360. And nat gas has just been on fire. That went long 735 this morning. You're up $4,000. Swing machine. Now let's go back to our little program here. Bear with me. And I think we're right here. So this is our little program. It started out shortly after 8 o'clock, probably about 9 o'clock. It was up maybe $400 or $500. Now you could make a decision just to turn it off. You certainly could. We're not. We're letting it run. And it's been a little higher than this. It's realized 392.80. But if you do the math there, we're plus about $600 or so. Where the profit factor is, we'll have to look at the end of the day. And we are, oops, let me get that video running again. I'm sorry. Sometimes people just don't believe what we're doing. So we will video it. We're not videoing. I had one person, oh, why do you put those videos up? What are you trying to do? We're just trying to show what's possible. That's all. I'm not trying to suggest to anybody that, go buy. In one thing, our programs are not for sale. So we're not trying to say, you buy this one program and it's going to print you money. That isn't us. If you visit our website and listen to us, we're a mentoring site. We're learning from members. They're hopefully learning from us. We're learning from each other. And we're trying to be there to facilitate robotic mechanical trading. If you're of a mindset, I think it's a mature mindset that much of everything around trading that you read, that you see, that you hear, that the media, that it's just all bullshit. It's just all bullshit. I'm sorry. Nothing against the Elliott Wave people, but our attitude is we want to find instruments that have liquidity. The difference between the bid and the ask is really small, and that we can move in and move out. That's what we're trying to do. If you have any questions for us, let us know. And it is 1 o'clock, and these programs will stop trading at 3, and they will automatically flatten themselves right out. This is not just your opportunity to see, but there aren't many traders, because I shadow Twitter too. I don't think there's many traders at all that I see doing what we're doing. I see a lot of people, and even some doing it live, and they'd be in here. Oh, let me show you the MACD. Let me show you the moving average. And we just took a trade there. Okay, so the machine just took a small loss on MGC and reverse course. They'll be doing that sort of thing, but there's not many people demonstrating live, robotic mechanical trading. No. Nope. So, we do it. We do tape it to maximize time. But it has a start and has an end. And it's a great opportunity for you if you have any questions or anything in and around trading. We're just doing some getting ready for next week. We're happy to answer any of your questions. I have not made one decision to buy or sell, not one. Okay, you tubbers, I'm gonna go grab a bite to eat. It's about 1:12, and as long as my power stays up, we're okay. All right, and so we'll be back. Any questions? Feel free to visit stockmarketcaddie.com. And you're also welcome to call anytime. You can even call over the weekend, 813-758-8263. Good luck, everyone. Okay, we're back. We're back from lunch. It's a beautiful thing. See, we want to have a life. We want to trade. I am not so different here. There are people out there that want to say, and we're talking to the folks at YouTube that might be passing through that say, "Oh, you gotta feel the sickness in your belly when you trade," and all that nonsense. No, no. And also, they will say that, that, well, there's so many, you know, so much misinformation on the YouTube, um, and misinformation in the Twitter sphere about trading. They'll say that you've got to live, breathe, and eat trading. I mean, I'm here a lot because I want to be, and I do love it, but I wouldn't suggest that for everybody. I don't suggest anything specifically for anyone anyways, but you don't have to, and I can get up from my desk, I can get to a treadmill, I can go have lunch, I can take Ted for a walk. I'm not putting on that much risk that a power interruption is gonna do me in a bad way or something, and then I can always deal with it. And we have certain alerts that can let us know. But so this is everything that you're seeing here. These 5 markets have been traded by the same program, started at 8 o'clock, fully robotic. Fully. I didn't make any decision to put them in, take them out. I just made a decision to have the machine on, and then they get started like the coffee maker. There can only be a maximum of 17 trades. Well, how did you know? How did I know that I should trade this one just once, and that one twice, and this one 3 times, and that one 10 times? How did I know that? Because when we write the programs, we build in these inputs, and we can ask the computer to go back in time and tell us how many times from between 8 and 3 should we be trading. Oh, that's kind of neat, huh? Now, there's no guarantees, but it'll tell us from a probabilistic standpoint over the last several weeks, and we can do that sort of thing. So that's what we're doing, a whole lot different. I'm not in here, pointing out, I mean, it can certainly make you a better discretionary trader. These tools can, and most certainly, and everyone has to have the discretionary trades. I mean, if I had to, point out and show you mechanically and discretionary how to trade this, I could. But and over time, when you're shadowing strategies, you'll become a better and better discretionary trader, but it's not something that you have to do. So if you're sitting there day after day after day and getting carpal tunnel syndrome and getting a bad back and a stiff neck, and there's another way. And that's the purpose of these videos, is just to show, to demonstrate that there is another way, maybe an alternative way. Hey, Tina, I knew you were one of the 2. Good to see you. Tina's here all the time. Which is fine, which is totally fine. And let's go take a look. But well, I'm going to keep this view. We could certainly go to Swing Machine. I mean, we're not trading Swing Machine, but if you had been trading the Swing Machine on the NQ, and if you had gone short at 10:10 a.m., you'd be up $3,400. One micro. We had somebody say the other day, and he might even be here, I don't know. It's kind of funny because we'll do this at various times. Friday afternoons are always somewhat good. We'll sometimes give you a free view late at night when I'm doing some programming, and we're programming today. And a person said, it's almost too good to be true. And I think everybody should be skeptical of everything in life. I think it's healthy. I'm very skeptical person. I am. I'm very, very much so. And it served me well. So I don't have a problem at all with a person being skeptical. But we try to set this up. We try to give everybody an opportunity, though, for a very small investment, $100 a month to join as a monthly member of the Q School. You still get a great education. You don't have to go on to be an annual member, but we try to give you an opportunity so that you can vet out that skepticism. And not many other people do that, right? They'll be hammering you once you give them their email, okay, we got a 2-for-1 special and all that. And we don't do any of that. Now we do. And if you want to come off of our email list, you just let us know if you're getting any emails that bother you. We like to put out what we call the highlight reel, the trade of the day. And which is kind of fun. You know, but if anyone's not interested, that's okay. But that's the extent of what we what we do. But if you have any questions about what it is we're doing or what it is you're seeing, don't hesitate to use the chat function. And you are on delay on YouTube, but this has been running live. We have a video. We ran the very same setup yesterday. And at the end of today, we will compress down. This has been taped from 8 a.m. and these things will automatically flatten themselves out a few minutes after 3. And we will compress that video down to about 1 to 2 minutes. And we will also show you the trade data for the day. Yesterday's trade data, it did about a little over $900, had a profit factor of over 3. And I think it had a total of, 11 trades, not that many trades. So enjoy. when we're in a bearish trend, we've been letting in, this is for the benefit of those that might be at YouTube and passing through, we make sure that our members know and understand that when we're in a bearish phase, which we've been in for 60 to 70 days, sometimes, not always, but and I wouldn't have thought. I thought maybe we were through it a little bit, but they have a tendency not to like Fridays. They don't want to go into the weekend in a long position. When the market is in a bullish phase, bulletproof, going up, going up, going up, as it did for years and years and years, they don't want to go into the market short. So now I thought, which is why I try not to trade what I think and just try to trade what is, but I'm always prepared and always on guard, right? You want to be like a shortstop, go left, go right. You know, you can maybe position yourself in a little bit, but you don't want to get too committed on a hitter or he'll hit the ball past you. So when we said to our members last night, we said, well, tradition, we said just that. And I probably went a little too far and said, I tend to think that they won't sell it off. Well, I was dead wrong. But that's why I don't trade what I think. I try not to think. That sound funny? Try not to, because why? The 5-minute at 11:10 goes short, $2,500. If I stayed long and traded what I think, I'd be down $2,500 or more. 10:10, $4,000. 11:25, $1,400. 9:55, $1,500. 1 p.m., $650. Oil short 105, $1,200. And how about nat gas? We do have a member, and he's trading nat gas today, I think doing pretty well. This one's up $4,500. Now the trading that you're looking at on the screen, though, this let's get this one pulled back up. I think it's this one right here. This has all been robotic. It wasn't going to trade. It had 5 markets, mostly all micros. It wasn't going to trade more than 17 times. I don't know how many times it's traded. That MNQ, it's only going to trade once. So that's its first trade. And that went in right here by the machine. So it's only going to trade once, and it's going to come out of that trade when it comes out of that trade. If it gets to be 3 o'clock, though, all the trades will stop working and it'll go flat. And we'll capture this. We have it on video. And we'll be able to give you the trade specifics. If you're receiving these videos and you're looking at these videos, please know I'm not presenting them to the public to say, that this is a holy grail. Please don't see it that way, right? It isn't. They're very, very good, right? It's a very, very good sound approach. But, we've got experience doing what we're doing. We know what to, how to manage these things. And although we're constantly learning, and I've been doing this for years, right? So that's what's so much fun and so dynamic about the markets. It's, how can someone like Tom Watson, and I'm not the Tom Watson of trading, believe me, but how can someone like Tom Watson be in a conversation with another, Masters champion and be discussing the golf swing? You ever wonder like that? You ever see two old golf pros talking about the golf swing? You think, like, my word, how complicated then can that be? It's a lifelong pursuit, So, but if it is your opportunity, if you're passing through on YouTube, not many people are going to give you that shot to actually. Maybe you've heard something. Maybe you've been thinking something. Maybe, I don't know. Ask. I'll shoot with you. I'm not going to spin it. And I'll learn from you. So it's a great opportunity when we do these live sessions. You get something and we'll at least give you something to think about. We're never short of now I'm not going to give you a narrative like, on, inflation, deflation, because it's all that crap is irrelevant to what we're doing day in and day out. So, but it's your opportunity. Otherwise, enjoy. And we're going to run this right up until 3 o'clock. And then later today, you'll see about 8 hours of robotic trading compressed to about a minute and a half, and with the trade results. And we show this to show what is possible. What is possible to open your purview a little bit, because there isn't anybody else. And I see what's going on YouTube. There isn't anybody else doing what we're doing. There just isn't. Not, and if they are, then it's certainly not making it public. And if you're watching on YouTube and say, well, geez, I would have closed that. You could. I mean, it's not against the rules, right? You can intervene. We really try to teach, and we try here not to intervene, to let them run, stay with your discipline. And then as traders, and we remind ourselves, remind our members, you're not going to get it all. We're not going to get it all every day. That's not possible. No, can't get it all. But if you get your portion, be happy, feel good, be satisfied. Tomorrow's another day. There's another week. There's another month. It adds up, you know, plenty of time. I can go look. I'm curious. Let's see. The M and Q is only going to trade once, and it's in that one trade, and it's doing well. The MES had one trade. It was profitable for a little bit, and then it finished. So that market is done. That market's not going to trade. I'm looking at the charts. The YM had the capacity to trade twice, and it lost a little bit, and then it broke even, and it's done. Too bad, because but it's the machine. It could have gone on to do even better, but it didn't catch it, but it got out. So that's where machine trading can be so good, right? If you can help set it up, it can really help you keep your losses small. That's it's in golf they call it a game of misses. It's not the great shots it appears to be to the spectator, but it's the one if you can miss small, and keep the ball in play. A batter that is facing a pitcher, if he can hang in there, doesn't have to get a home run every time, but if he can force the pitcher to pitch to him, if he can get up on the count, if he's got really good eyes, and he can, see a batter foul a ball off, foul a ball off, foul a ball off, and he stays right in there. Maybe we got to do that with 2, 3, 4, 5 trades. The machine will do that. It'll foul them off. And yeah, they sting a little bit. You'd like to get a hit every time, but we will grow. At least our members will grow accustomed to that, and they'll be like, "Oh, it's part of the game. It's part of the game." But if I stay at it, and I stay disciplined, and I stay patient, and I force the market to pitch to me, then I'm going to get my hits. I'm going to have a great life, and it's going to be so simple. No, you don't have to concern yourself with all the other garbage that's out there. Inflation, deflation, the jobs number, all that stuff is just to get you to tune into, the CNBC. You'd be better off listening to music, reading a book, on a treadmill, going for a walk with a dog, anything but that. I don't even get CNBC, and I don't have a TV in the office. Nope. Now I did in the beginning. I thought that's what I had to do. How could I not have it on, right? It used to make me so angry. I wanted to, this is back in the 2000s, I wanted to throw the thing in the pool. And I wasn't enjoying it, because I got to hear a bunch of crap and stuff. I don't want to hear all that day in and day out. You don't either. I don't think. I don't. Don't even listen to it. Don't even, I'm bemused by some of the stuff, but no, not worth it. It has nothing to do with trading. Zero. So if I close this now, see, and for the benefit of our members, one of the things that that we're looking to do is, I'd like the machine. Caleb can be here, and Steve. I don't know if we're pursuing where the machine could calculate either a profit factor, risk factor, profit factor, maybe even the real time unrealized profit and loss, and shut down on that basis alone. That could be kind of interesting to us. But we're gonna let the machine run the rules that it has today. So the combinations and the possibilities of what we can do are endless. But the beauty of what I think is Stock Market Caddy is, we got it basically a lot of really smart people, experienced people at a whole lot of other things in life, bringing their eyes, ears, and expertise at trading into a comparative environment. We can learn from each other, and so it makes it really powerful, and we all stand to benefit. We just hope to act as best we can as a bit of a conduit. That's what we're trying to do. Here's a tweet that I find, it's just from some guy, right? He's got how many followers does he have? Okay, he's got 194,000 followers. 194,000. And he tweets out, this is 22 hours ago. Somebody took the acceleration in jobless claims and further deterioration in the Philly Fed survey very seriously today. And then so he goes from they, I think, but then he decided to anticipate a Fed pivot and bought the equivalent of $3.6 billion in 5-year treasuries in one single trade via futures. Huge. What the fuck? You kidding me? What? Okay. Sounds smart. Wow. He's smart. Wow. What good is that? I mean, I took 2 seconds to read it, and I guess it's there on my stream and it's distracting, but what good is that crap? And yet he has 195,000 followers. And we come in and we just show our live trading. Yesterday's profit factor over 3, today's probably going to be pretty. And, and we have, I'm not begrudging. Thank you for those that come in, 5 people. It's funny, I say to Susie, maybe Bag of Dawn's got to put on one of them white golf suits, like the Masters guys, the caddies at the Masters, and I got to zip it down to my navel. Oh, that's a scary thought. Oh, God, I'm not about to do that. Oh, it's I don't know, people believe what they want to believe. They do what they want to do. They do it over and over and over again, from AOL to Bitcoin to, now we get that whole crowd, now this is the big one. This is the one. This is when Bitcoin's going to 100,000 and we're all going to do this. We're all going to do that. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know. It's funny. Oil had its 3 trades earlier. It just had 3, and that was it. So it stopped trading. It just got out of the way. It had its chance. It didn't do it. Gold is could trade as many as 10 times. So it's been doing its thing, and that's that trade that's up there a little bit. Well, that's only its 2nd trade today. So it hasn't really done, it's not nearly as active as it would be thought. And that's it. So these are really the likelihood, unless gold does something, that MNQ, that's going to be its last trade. And then the MCG could maybe do a little bit. And we're pushing 238. And as soon as they're all Rinkos, so it's the first brick that closes on the MNQ into the gold after 3 o'clock will trip a end of day trading switch, and the machine will automatically flatten those positions and stop. Whether I'm here or not, it'll be done. And then we'll go in and go into the you watch that show, not Deadliest Catch, I like that one, Gold Rush. They go into the weigh room, so we'll go into the weigh room. Look at our gold chips. Let's see what we got. See what we got for a catch. You like to get so much an ounce, right? Or you want to get, so many ounces a yard, they talk about it, right? Time in the market is a risk parameter. The less time you can spend in the market, the better. The better. So you can actually, and we can calculate that, right? It's a known. The markets are open for X number of hours a week. If you can get in and get out and get done what you want to get done and only be in for a little bit, it's a huge advantage. That's why they don't want you doing it. They want you to stay there. They want you to keep your bread in there. They want you to buy off of, Kramer saying, it's a new bull market. The bottom is in, Tom Lee on CNBC, it's going to be 5,200. I catch a little of it, just enough to catch the quacks or see them reprinted on YouTube or on Twitter. They are quacks. It's ridiculous. Once again, though, so at come 3 o'clock, we'll let you see the close, and then we're going to wrap up. But if you got any questions, I love to answer the questions. Keeps life interesting. I just want our members to know that we're going to close as soon as these robots shut, or this robot shut down shortly after 3 o'clock, and the folks in YouTube will see the trading come to an end. It's all been robotic from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. It wasn't going to trade more than 17 times. I can't tell you exactly. I know we've had one, two, three. We've had well under that. We're probably only traded like maybe 7 or 8 times. Totally by the machine, fully robotic. We will go in and record the performance report for today, and then we're going to have to sign off of YouTube, and then we're going to try to capture about an hour's worth of trading. And we have so we're constantly innovating, and we have a little program that we want to try to run a little bit before the market shuts down. And now this particular program is we're working with, it's called the Mod K, and for the benefit of our members, we've got a couple of elements really hard boiled now, really good, really sound. And there's going to be more to come on this one. We're going to be probably working with it all of next week, I think, the way it looks like. We're going to stay right with it, and really making this thing even more and more powerful. What you may or may not appreciate in YouTube is that when you can build in these options and build the options into inputs, we can then ask the computer to tell us what inputs are the best. And that can help us so much. So many, in so many different ways. Can help set our expectations. It can help us manage it. Also, too, though, when we can build them as inputs, we can ask the computer as the market's getting underway to make adjustments. A little AI function, very powerful, very powerful. So, what we're not doing here, you're not seeing me like, okay, when this line and that line cross, and then when the moving averages do this, and you line up that, and then, then you pull your left foot behind your right foot, and, I mean, that's crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. And that's what the Twitter sphere is full of. They're all doing it, but or the 2 crosses the 8, the 2 that's the trigger moving average. Oh, Jesus. I wish it was that easy. It isn't. Just want to say thank you for those. And Tina, of course, I think Tina, one day, Tina, I think we're going to see you one time soon. We're saving a spot for you. Just know that you've been with us a long time on YouTube, and we do have a limited number of licenses that we issue each year, but Tina, we're ready whenever you are. So just know that she's been shadowing us and following us for a long, long time. We think we can help everybody. One of the questions, and I kind of get to know folks, even our members, and I know they get to know me as well. I think it's all great. And, but one of the things is, having a passion, having an interest and a discipline. And Tina, I mean, we do these spot views like all the time. It's like, boom. I don't know when you sleep, Tina, because she's there. So she certainly has the passion for it. And which is half the battle. But I want to just say thank you to everybody for stopping by. We appreciate the thumbs up. We appreciate the kind comments, and we also appreciate the retweets. And we're more apt to do, not that we're more apt to do these spot views if the participation would grow a little bit. I don't really want to advertise though. There's some issues with that. Sure. Well, thank you, Tina. We hope so too. And but we thank you. We thank you for the retweets. So we got 5 minutes, and again, once it hits 3, they won't go out immediately. The charts that they're running on are what we call Rinko charts, and they are not time dependent. There is a time aspect to them. They can monitor time, or the computer can, but those we have to get a closing brick, and it could be up, down a little bit. It won't be a whole lot. It'll only be the width of about $40 or less. So if it gets to be 3 o'clock and we're at 1500, we're going to go out either at 1540 or 16. I'll be able to spot it on the bigger one up there. And that MNQ, there's only 5 of them. That's half of a mini, right? It's half of a mini. And so that's not so bad. It's using an initial margin, probably about $8,000, and maintenance margin, probably around $6,500, $7,000. So thereabouts. Now we don't keep track of our performance in terms of percentage terms. But we do keep track of it in terms of profit factor, right? So, but if one was using it in percentage, if we do, which I think we're going to, if we net $1,500, we use $7,000 in capital, that's not a bad return, But that's not what we're doing. That's not how we're keeping score. I had a gentleman call the other day, and I welcome the calls. But when we do chat, we're going to have a frank conversation. We open ourselves up to some very frank, very open, direct questions, and we're very forthright on those. In turn, I kind of expect the same too. So I had a gentleman call and tell me the other day that he was a mechanical robotic trader, and he's been doing it like for 5 years, and yada, yada, yada. And I was kind of like hard pressed. I'm like, okay, well, I wasn't really sure why he called me. But then when I asked him, I said, well, what's your profit? No, not what was your profit, but what is your profit factor? And then he proceeded to tell me, 2. I'm not asking you what it was. I'm asking you what it is. And then he kind of hedged around, and then he finally got to a point and says, well, I don't know. And I'm like, wait, come on. You've been mechanically trading, robotically trading, writing your own programs and everything for 5 years, and you don't know what a profit factor is? I mean, I found either, I don't know. I mean, I just thought it was like, a little disingenuous. So, I don't want to, I want to, I'd like to think that everybody has the capacity, to do this, but by the same token, maybe not. And I don't want to waste anybody's time, and I don't want to waste mine. So we're very forthright, and when the folks call, they ask us some hard-hitting questions, and we try to answer them. And in turn, though, you know, if we ask you some hard-hitting questions and we think, I don't know, I think the person's being less than forthright, then we're probably not even gonna, you know. So just because somebody has the money doesn't mean they're going into Q school. I guess the message for the folks that are passing through on YouTube, right? Don't assume that, because that would be the wrong assumption, because you know that isn't happening. That's what I mean by, you know, our members are very mature traders, right? Mature people, mature traders, and we have fun, we enjoy what we do, but it's, you know, it's a business, and we don't want to be, you know, wasting each other's time. And that's for the benefit of the folks that may be passing through. Certainly not you, Tina, on YouTube. Certainly not any of our members now wouldn't have got here, but folks that may be seeing this video on YouTube later and hearing it and seeing what this is about. That's a big part of kind of who we are. So it is now 3 o'clock. At about 3:01, it probably will hit the trigger. It's got to go 1 minute past, and then we'll be within $40 of an exit. That gold trade may or may not move that much. We may have to manually close it. I'm not going to stick around just for that. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get the clock to take us out. And still 3. See, it's still 3. We'll pull up the clock. It's 3 o'clock. So what has to happen now, it's now 3:01. In order for that MNQ, it's got to move the distance of a brick, which is $40. If you're watching it from the money standpoint, it's got to complete a brick and then it will exit out. Let me see if I can show you. So you're going to see it here. If it's got to complete a brick, so we'll just give it a minute or two. It should do it. The gold may take a little bit longer, so we may have to just close that out and call it a day. I'll let you know if I do that. We'll see if it can also trigger. It's also on the same time, so it's gonna set itself off. So you know the machine that turned on, and we actually turned, you know, equipped these things last night, and at 8 a.m. they started trading, and they did their thing, and some of the markets weren't able to get anything, and then some of these markets could, and that's the idea. You know, you want to be able to trade more than one market, even discretionary, but you know, we want to be able to trade a basket of markets, somewhere between 5 and 7. Don't have to trade them all every day. You know, we're doing that here aggressively, but you don't have to, but you want to have more than, we think, more than one. Even if you're a stock trader, you don't want to keep coming back and trading Apple every single day. So we need this brick to complete. We're going to wait, and you'll see what'll show up over here. It will trigger here. This will disappear. That money will disappear into our account, and then you'll see, and it'll say timeout, long exit. That's what that timeout. That was a timeout there. This one bought over here. That was yesterday's trade. That was a nice big fat trade, and this is going to be today's trade. Just once, just one a day. Now, historically, well, we could look at the back test, and the back test is just that, as a back test. It's historical, and it's pretty impressive. But it's possible we do even better. It's possible we only do, you know, 50% of the back test, but we will track our performance, try to match it up against that back test on all of the markets. And that takes time, though. That takes time. So it's amazing. Sometimes, you know, we'll do this on YouTube, and folks will blow in on YouTube, we'll punch up and we'll have like, maybe a handful, maybe 10 people. God, that would be huge. And they'll look, and if it's making money, they'll stick around. As soon as it starts losing money, they're like, I'm gone, I'm out of here. That don't work. Don't learn anything. They're tracking the money minute by minute. They want their account to be up minute by minute, every minute of every day on every single trade. Not possible. Not possible. Machine can't do it. Yeah, I could be able to do it. So we'll wait when they trigger. We'll step in, but the strategy wants to come to an end. It needs a close. Tina, you tell me, if I post on Reddit in the futures forum, many more people will come here. I'll try that. I did try to go to Reddit, and I don't know, maybe I didn't understand, and I got kicked off for something. I don't even know. I didn't really understand. But maybe I was in the wrong forum. I think I was in that, what's that other group? They had a big group back during the days of I forget, GameStunk. What do they call? There was that big group, but I didn't really understand. I'll have to research that. Thank you, though. If you refer anyone, be sure to tell that person to let me know. Okay, by the way, that goes for everybody. But if ever even if whether you know them or don't know them, you go into that Reddit thing and say, hey, be sure, Tina, if ever you do that, make sure they send me a note that they spoke with you. I will return the favor all the way around too. Okay, this guy, he's got to complete a box for us though. So we're 7 minutes. So it's not 7 minutes late. The condition just hasn't been met yet. I could certainly go in and close. I'll probably give it until maybe 10 past 3, 3:15 or so thereabouts. I'd like to see the machine end it. Okay, so what we're going to do, it's got to move a full 20 points. That may be a jump, we're going to go in and we're going to bring the gold market to an end. We're going to do that manually. And we're going to simply just deactivate the strategy, and we're going to close the position. And that position is now closed. And let's see if we can get this this NQ to close itself. Probably not. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to close it out too. We won't be too greedy. And we're done. Okay, so the strategies are all off. We closed the last one manually. It's 309, and we're in the house with 1333.50. Yesterday did about 911, $2,200 in 2 days. I didn't make a single decision to enter or exit. We'll be running it again next week. We have some other parameters that we want to foist onto this particular strategy. And I want to wish everybody a nice weekend on YouTube. Thanks for stopping in, Tina, as always. Yeah, definitely. Have them, tell us, right? So if you recommend or suggest to somebody, they come by and just tell them, it would be in their interest. We'll, and it will be in yours. We'll do something special for everybody. Have a great rest of the weekend, everybody on YouTube. Thanks so much. See you next week.